Hey, let's unbox together a new feature in Excel, a new Copilot feature called Agent Mode. So it's in preview, it's not really a component yet, so you have to go to add-ins, search for Excel Lab, Excel Labs, or Lab, I don't remember, Labs. And the feature we're gonna use is called Agent Mode. So basically what it's doing that, basically Agent Mode is an add-on in Excel that will help you to ask questions about your Excel file and do some graphic. It leverages Python directly in Excel and offer to visualize things, and we'll try that. And also you can iterate, so you can be more specific. We'll try both of it. If it works. What's not working? Let's go back. Don't know what's going on here. Okay. So now I have agent mode here. I think I did several tests, so maybe that's the reason why. It should be straightforward the first time. It will ask you which, because there's several add-ins in Excel Lab, so you choose agent mode. And then I just have to type what I want to do. So here I'm gonna just start with something very light. Since I don't know what I want to do, I'm gonna ask him what insights and visual, if I can type correctly, insight and visual insights can you give me on this survey results? Very simple prompt. This Excel file is a result of a survey, a real survey that I did in Forms and I exported in Excel. And my frustration was that it's very difficult to ask Excel or to use Excel to leverage Excel and even Copilot to build the graphic that you have in the forms. And so that was my first try. It didn't work. Even with the help of Copilot, I couldn't do the same thing. So here, my hope is I can do it. And as you can see, agent mode is using reasoning. So he's first analyzing the entire table, trying to find some insights and trying to figure out how he can represent some of those insights. And we'll pause the video for a minute because it's going to take probably 3 to 5 minutes to do something. And you'll see when I come back, we'll see new sheets is going to create for that. So I'm going to pause this video and come back when the result is here. Hey, I'm starting to see some results here. It's a little bit messy, but as you can see, create a new sheet called Insights with some data, some graphic, some, I guess, pivot table that I used. And I'm starting to have an answer here. So the number respondent. So I can see the average tech comfort. So I have the data here that that was provided in my forms. That's pretty cool. The average time spent in meetings, the percentage of people who have a mobile device, the percentage of people who are accessing from, so very insightful, and more general feedback that I cannot represent really in a dashboard. But so it blends everything here, which is pretty impressive. And even I have some recommendation based on the survey. What should I recommend? Um, Super insightful. It feels like a little bit researcher analyst, I think it's called in Corporate Chat, but embedded in Excel with some graphic, so I can see the distribution of Teams chat, Mitel, Teams meetings, based on what, and with the dimension of people using Teams chat. No, they don't choose. Who don't choose what. So okay, I see people who don't choose what product, so I can see that a lot of people are not using Teams chat. A lot of people are not using Teams channels, and even more, not a surprise. A lot of people are not using OneNote, so it's pretty interesting to have this information. So I'm really doing on real data. It's a bit messy, as you can see. I don't know how this dashboard was created, but there's things over other things. But you see that it tried to build a lot of different things. The training interest, where the training should be provided, what kind of training. Pretty interesting, and how people prefer to be informed. So it really analyzed most of the information in the survey and gave me good insight, so I can grab that and copy paste in a PowerPoint or somewhere else. So very, very powerful. I encourage everybody to try it, because that was what I was expecting. Some of it, at least, a lot of insight just with a simple prompt. So let's try to iterate and asking, for example, can you give me the distribution of complaints regarding the use of SharePoint by category? Let's see if you can do that. I think I have a question in the survey regarding SharePoint, what the people like or don't like. Maybe just what they don't like about SharePoint. And so I asked him to look there, find that, and then make a distribution of that, so I can have a feeling what kind of category of complaints people are sharing. So it's a mix of, it's based on text here. So people answer free text. So he has to look at all the those texts, those sentences, and make sense of it, and then build a graph, hopefully. So I might have to pause again to see the result. So the first time, I think it took 5, maybe more minutes. So it can take a lot of time. It's just a few minutes. For what it does, it's really beneficial. If I have to do that myself, oh, okay, it's starting to do something here. Okay, I don't understand why training knowledge and adoption is a complaint. Maybe people ask for it. Usability and complexity, okay, but it did a very good job to distribute by category. So he built those categories and he charted them. So I guess the complaint is, people complain not having training or knowledge. So, and he grouped that in Excel, which is just fantastic what you can do here. The usability is, it's definitely a problem with SharePoint. Navigation and findability, permission access, search. I heard the same complaints with other customers. External sharing links. Okay, so it does a good distribution of the issues. So it's still going. I'm gonna try next to ask. Let's go back to the survey. There are some questions what questions do we have here? What are the main issues, limitations when collaborating? That might be one source of his analysis or its analysis. There's a question about this. Okay, so here I have a summary. So most of the people don't have issues, so that's a good thing. And yeah, okay, I have a distribution of the rest. And some quick takeaways. So on top of that, he gives more context. So let's try another thing here. What can I ask? I'm really unboxing that with you, so bear with me. So I think I have a column about okay, I have a column about the type of users. So can you give me some graphics with the usage of Teams by type of users? So there's team chats, team meetings, so I don't know, Teams channel, so I don't know if he's going to be able to differentiate all these three. And there's a column here, the type of users, depending on how they're equipped. So we'll see if you can do something with that. That will be terrific. And so let's see if I need to wait. Pause the video. Let's start. Let's give him some credit. That it can be fast. So as you can see, it's using reasoning and it's telling you what it's doing. So it's already creating some charts, some tables, some charts. The summary first, and then building the tables and charts. So we can see the reasoning that is behind the scene. So I'm guessing it's using, I'm not sure if it's using Claude or if it's using GPT or One or Mini. I don't know what model it's using here. It's not clear, but I don't care. I'm the user. I don't have to know. For IT people, they have to know what model is used. But let's see. It's finalizing. Let's hope. This is going to be a long video, but at least you can see all the steps and how far it can go. And I'm unboxing it, so I didn't try it before. I just installed it and to see if it was easy to install, but I didn't try. So we'll see live the kind of result. I'm gonna get adjusting. So as you can see, you might be doing something and realize, oh, this is not the quality I was expected, so I can do something different to make it better, which is also impressive. It's generative AI is just impressive. Oh, okay. So I'm starting to see some results. As you can see, it's really messy. So that's the only problem today. Is I think it's in preview. So that was the previous one, I think. So here I have team chat. So he differentiated the three type, and I can see it's not really clear because it's a long. So people, okay, help desk, part-time, most of the time, mobile device, laptop, smartphone, seasonally variable work list, very minimal technology use field. So he used different criteria in different columns to segment that. It's not very clear. Let's select that and make it bigger. So, okay, so people work occasionally. It's not clear. Okay, it's critical, but I don't know what is critical. Oh, Teams channel. Okay, so for Team channel user, this is a distribution for people who are using occasionally smartphone. So it's Teams channels they don't use. Okay, and it's critical nobody. So no surprise here. People are not considering Teams channels critical, especially that's what I call task workers. Work almost all day on a computer. They don't use Teams channels, rarely or sometimes. Pretty good. Uh, if I had that before when I did this survey, that would have saved me time. So let's see Teams meetings, probably more usage here. So Teams meetings, let's move that down. Teams meetings, what does it say? So people who are task workers, it's critical for some of them to have Teams meetings. It was a customer who was using Zoom too, so that might be not representative, but daily, okay, sometimes. So yeah, we can see that half of the population is relying on Teams meetings. And what about Teams chat? So he really looked at all the data. Can I move that down? Let's move it down. And Teams chat. So there's an equal distribution almost. But Teams chat apparently, for people who are in front of the computer all day long, some are still not using it, but we can see that the rest of the people are using it, and for some people it's critical. So it's super powerful. Here I think it has some users didn't enter the offer questions. They add another category, so that's why we have category with just one person or two. But it makes a very good job. And as you can see, you can iterate in the prompt, add more data, add more questions, add more graphics, and you have some details in text and details in graphic. And you can copy the details of the text, use it wherever you want, in a Word document, in a report. Super, super powerful. Hope this was not too long and insightful and exciteful.